Alright, what is up YouTube? AD Fitness with y'all. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 things that really helped me go from this to this 14 to 17 transformation. But not necessarily things that helped me, but things that really just pushed me to be better, things that really just kept me going. You know what I'm saying? So, this is for people who are, just now starting in the gym. These are even for people who are bigger than me. Like, this is just for everybody. And, everybody who's into the gym. 3 things that really pushed me to go from this to this. And it was a lot of, hard work, and I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still going. So, yeah. Number 1, wanting it more than anything. You gotta want it more than anything. And when I say you gotta want it more than anything, I mean that. Like, you gotta really want this stuff, man. Like, when I first started lifting, I wanted it so bad, I was willing to do anything to, put on some muscle or even hit the gym. That's really gonna push you to your goals, because when you want it and you're obsessed with it, you like, not an unhealthy obsession, but a good obsession. Like, you're focused on it. When you want it more than anything, that's gonna push you to do it, because the human body is capable of so many things. Your brain is capable of so many things, and when you really want something, you would be surprised at how much your brain will actually push to get it. That's one thing that helped me when I was 14 and I first started working out, is that I wanted it more than anything. Like, I was locked in every day, locked into my meals. Every time I would get in trouble, I would still do push-ups and stuff. You really gotta want this stuff, man. Sometimes, I'm not saying that you gotta be obsessed with it. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like, yeah, have a healthy obsession. I'm not talking about you gotta make it your life. You don't gotta make the gym your life. You just gotta want it enough. You gotta want it to where you're willing to put in the work. Because when you want something, I'll tell you right now, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get there. But that's one thing that I had to do. I wanted it so bad. I hated the way I looked. And that brings us to number 2, hating the way I looked. And I think this is one of the biggest ones. This might even be bigger than number 1, but I hated the way I looked. Now, I'm not saying you gotta hate the way you look. I'm saying you gotta be a little bit uncomfortable where you are now. Because the thing is, when you are uncomfortable with where you are now, you're gonna want to push to be better. That's what happened to me. And that really, because when you don't like the way you look, you're gonna want to change. You know what I'm saying? If you get too comfortable with where you are right now, it's gonna be kind of hard to push, to get to where you want to be. Because when you get comfortable where you are now, or you don't mind how you look, you're not really gonna care enough to be better. You get what I'm saying? So that's one thing that really pushed me, is that I hated the way I looked so bad that I had to change. Like, I could not sit and look in the mirror every day with how I was. I had to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really kind of be uncomfortable with where you are right now. You gotta kind of tell yourself, okay, I don't want to be here, I want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't hate yourself. I'm not saying that at all. Don't hate yourself. That's bad. Love yourself, but like I said, be a little bit uncomfortable with yourself, because if you want to be 200 pounds lean, or you want to be 150 by next year, you gotta tell yourself, okay, I don't want to be here, I want to be here. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I hated myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what really pushed me. Is like, I just hated being skinny all the time. You know what I'm saying? But don't hate yourself. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? Don't take from me. And I'm still not where I want to be yet. I'm still striving. And number 3, this is the last one, training till failure. Training till failure is so freaking important. I'm telling you, bro. A lot of people will tell you, you don't got to train to failure to get big. Bro, I'm telling you right now, when you train to failure, that is the best way to get big. Think about it. All right? When you're doing reps, let's say you got like 30-pound dumbbells, right? You're doing some curls. Let's say you're only aiming for like 10 reps. You get 10 reps. You get 10 reps. Let's say you're on that 10th rep, but you feel like you can get some more, but you stop. You got to keep going, because how you get bigger is you tear the muscle. The whole point of working out is to tear the muscle so it grows back bigger. If you're training and you don't push yourself to your limits, you're leaving so much gains on the table, bro. Now a lot of people aren't gonna tell you this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just gonna be like, yeah, just do like 15 reps or like do 10 reps. You know, no. Train till failure. It's hard. Don't get me wrong, it's hard. I'll do another video sometime in a few weeks and I can do a video on like how to train to failure. But training to failure is the best way to get big. That's what really helped me, because at first when I started, I was counting my reps, you know, and I'm not saying it's bad. You know, if it's hard for you to train to failure, go ahead and count your reps, you know. But I'm telling you, bro, if you can train to failure, train to failure. Because training to failure is the best way to get big. That's what helped me. But yeah, those are the 3 biggest things that helped me get from skinny to where I am now. And honestly, there was a lot more to it, you know. It was a lot of dedication. It was a lot of insecurity. But those 3 things that I just mentioned were the 3 main things that really pushed me to where I am today, and, you know, kind of helps me. So, yeah. Like I said, you know, don't hate yourself. You don't have to be obsessed. But take what I said in a good way, not a bad way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm gonna be posting way more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, keep achieving your goals. Keep pushing. I'm still pushing to my goals. And yeah.